The Dolphins do prepare for week one, which is going to be a week from tomorrow. Mike McDaniel spoke with the media. Week one, a big week for the Miami Dolphins, because some guys we're hopefully going to see for the very first time in a long time, including one Tyreek Hill. Mike McDaniel says number 10 should be ready for week number one.
He'll do some stuff today, but we've been making sure that he was going to have no setbacks for next week. And so we look good. Everything looks great.
I'm not worried about Tyreek Hill physically, Vlad. I am worried about Tyreek Hill mentally. Is he checked in on this team? We don't know yet. That's my biggest worry of this season. A lot of people saying Tua's got to stay healthy. I understand that. I am really, really worried about Tyreek Hill. If he buys in and has a great season, that means the Dolphins are probably going to have a good season. If he does not buy into this team, I'm very, very much worried.
Hold on. Buying in. Nobody should be buying in right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Not now.
That's what I'm saying.
Not after everybody was saying that, this is, they're trying to make sure to be physical, to have that a more aggressive mindset. Everybody was like, yeah, we talked that talk, but we didn't walk that walk. This year, we're going to talk it and walk it. To me, that's weird. Year 4, a coach shouldn't be implementing his MO, his culture, to say. That's weird to me in the 4th year. But okay, everybody's got a new mindset. If there's one guy that definitely has to have the right mindset, it's the guy that was saying he was out from the team the last time they played a regular season game.
Kind of seemed like that was the linchpin to the whole change this year.
If there's one guy that shouldn't be changed, it's a guy that just went through a nasty divorce in real life.
That happens.
Okay. And we're trying to make sure that there's not a nasty divorce between the team and the player. I think Tyreek's mind. I would love for Tyreek, even though you know where my heart lies, but I would love for Tyreek to have a great season and shut up all the naysayers.
I've said it before. The barometer of this team is Tyreek Hill.
Right. It seems as if we went from Tyreek Hill being Super Bowl champion, one of the all-time greats. We weren't that far off from talking about if he's one of the top 5 best receivers ever. And then all of a sudden, the last 8 months, it's been nothing but negative Tyreek talk. I think Tyreek turns it around this season.
All right. That's what I like to hear. Oh, turning it around. We thought this could be the coming out party for Jalen Wright. And then all of a sudden, Ollie Gordon II had himself a pretty good preseason. And then Jalen Wright got hurt. Mike McDaniel updated us on who and how RB, quote unquote, 2 is doing right now.
There's okay.
Uh-oh.
He did have a small procedure that is I would say September-ish, maybe early. It's not season ending, not even close to that, but it will take some time. So that was the impetus to sign both Jeff Wilson and JaMychal Hasty, which I think I just broke.
So breaking news, we got Jeff Wilson Jr. back. Vlad, are you missing Jalen Wright that much? Or are you saying his job was kind of taken already by Ollie Gordon II?
OG second already took his spot. I think everybody likes it. Look, here's the thing with us. Fans love, for some reason, the diamond in the rough. For some reason, we always want to say, oh, we drafted this player in the late in the rounds and he's a stud. He's a star. As if that's great by the general manager. That's great by the team. Cool. But there's a reason. There are reasons why these players are drafted where they are drafted.
I understand.
So therefore, we could be great that Ollie Gordon II is showing signs of an inside tough runner that we haven't seen, that the Dolphins haven't seen in quite some time. Cool. But you still need Jalen Wright. You're going to need him. You drafted him last season for a reason. You're going to use him. You're going to utilize him. You're going to utilize all your running game, all your backs in your running game, because basically that's the Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel way. Whoever's the hot running back, let's utilize him. Let's use him. So It's great to know that Devon Achane is going to be ready. It's good to know that Ollie Gordon II is going to be ready. And it's good to know that Jalen Wright's going to be back sometime in September. That way you're going to have a good core of running backs on your roster.
And you're going to need them because, as we talked about in the NFL, to be successful, you have to have a good running game, whether it comes from your running backs, whether it comes from your running backs and your quarterbacks, has to come from somewhere. And hopefully we'll have a stable of guys that'll make it happen. Jalen Wright, get healthy and get back. Speaking of a guy we're going to need, or hopefully we're going to have, is tight end Darren Waller. He continues to prepare himself to ramp himself up, and hopefully he will be ready for the Colts game. Mike McDaniel talked about the whereabouts and howabouts of Darren Waller.
You know, there's been a lot of things that it's deciding between group activity and individual activity is really what you're doing in that case. And he's right where we'd want him in group activity, which means the whole point of it was so that we wouldn't have a step back in how we're working with him, and that he would stay on the field and we'd continue to coach and get him all dialed into the nuances that are a little different, while also taking advantage of all the things that are the same from him and the way, Frank had coached him in the past. So I'm very happy with, the reps he had yesterday. He'll have more reps today that are focused on different things in his game. But all of it has been very intentional. And so I feel good about him contributing to our team week one, and that how that is and how much that is dependent upon the work done until then, as well as what the defense presents as challenges from old Indianapolis.
Jesus Christ! What? I needed a minute 14.
Cool. Yeah, no,
I didn't.
With that, I'm confident that Darren Waller will play at least.
That's all I needed to hear. I needed another minute of that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to get into Mike McDaniel and his long-windedness, but
I will say you just got into it when he was lying to you about the Jalen Wright injury.
No, I was saying he was crawfish, and I was worried. I wasn't worried about the long-windedness.
He was trying to find he was lying.
Yeah, we know now.
When
Mike McDaniel starts dancing with his words, that means he's trying to figure out his lies.
Darren Waller.
He sounded very confident that Darren Waller is actually going to play, though.
That's all I needed to hear. That's a cute dog.
That is a very cute dog.
That is a cute dog.
I didn't know you could bring him to the open like that. That's a big
dog. I like the fact that you can bring pets to sporting events like that if they're well behaved.
Of course, I don't want to get bit.
But yeah, back to Mike McDaniel.
I'm good with Darren Waller.
Listen, that was a long answer just to say Darren Waller seems to eat.
I think he's ready to play. I think he's ready to play.
That's all he needed to say. I needed the other minute and 8 of garbage.
Well, Mike McDaniel was asked about the newest member of the team, Rasul Douglas, going to help us out with that secondary. Will he start week one?
We're not in the business of handing over those positions, especially in a competitive environment. No. I think, Rasul, we felt like ensured, even another step up of competitiveness in the room. And so whether it's him starting or someone else, I think we're overall the Dolphins are better. So we weren't plugging and playing. We were putting in the group and seeing how that shakes out. And we've had, we have 3 extra practices on top of a normal work week for week one to kind of sift through that. So it's a competitive room that will for sure start the guys that are in best position to start week one.
Okay, so you like the addition. You got to like the addition of Rasul Douglas, correct? 1 year, $3 million, some experience, some depth.
I mean, I guess
he might not start week one, but I figure by week 3 he'll probably be a starter. He has enough talent to be a starter on this team.
You need all the starters you can get. You need all the cornerback help you can get.
We're hoping Jack Jones has a great year. We're hoping Storm Duck has a big year.
I mean, look, Storm Duck's your number 1 cornerback, and he's gonna get used. He's gonna get thrown to a lot. They all gonna get thrown to. Your key, we all know it.
Yep.
That front 7 gotta abuse those 5 linemen or tight end that's helping to block the quarterback. You got to get pressure, because if you don't get pressure and that quarterback has time to look, he has time to look and see what's on the field.
I hate to say it, but pick your pleasure.
Oh, he's gonna have fun. If he has 3 seconds in that pocket, oh man.
Pick your pleasure.
But if he has to throw that ball within a second, that means the Dolphins defense is doing a great job. The front four is getting pressure. The front seven is getting pressure. That's good. But if that quarterback has time, oh boy.
I'm okay with Rasul Douglas.
And here's the
And I
problem.
understand Rasul Douglas, he was a free agent for a reason and no one was signing him for a reason, but still, he does help.
And here's the thing. Week 1, say what you want about Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes can move.
Yes.
He can move. So if he has time, or he's moving the pocket, he has time, he's gonna find Michael Pittman. He's gonna find Tyler Warren. He's gonna find Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. That front seven's got to, and that's a good offensive line. That's a pretty good offensive line that the Indianapolis Colts have. That's one thing I will give Chris Ballard credit, their general manager. Can't swing a home run for a quarterback, but everything else, he knows how to put a team together.
Let's get to that quarterback. Let's get to Danny.
Gotta get to
him. Make him make mistakes, which we know he can do that also. Oh.